announcement here to make a little bit, but we'll start with 2021 season. Obviously, you won track championship, co-track champion with Ronnie Johnson at Fonda, and then you get to run the short track Super Series and the Super Dirt Series. How'd 2021 go for you?
Pretty well. You know, it's tough. You know, we every week we have probably some of the best competition in the Northeast. You know, Stewie at both tracks and Matt and Stewie at Utica Rome. So to come away with 2 wins at each track is actually, from what we're used to doing, isn't a lot, but it is a lot in the modified division.
Obviously, looking now, we'll talk about 2022 here in a second. Obviously, you get to make Super Dirt Week as well. Big accomplishment for any driver to make Super Dirt Week. What was that like? I know track conditions were a little. Not everybody liked the track conditions at Oswego, but you got to make the show, and I'm sure that was pretty cool to make Super Dirt Week there.
Yeah, it definitely was. On I'm pretty sure it's our first attempt at the Big Block 200, and to come away with the top 10, I think we finished 7th or 8th or something like that. Was definitely a really cool deal. You know, Jason gives me, you know, Simmons with the 98 car, gives me awesome stuff to run, and it was just a kind of cool opportunity. I know some guys, you know, broke or didn't finish or didn't even start. You'd start in parks, you know what I mean? So obviously things might have been different. It could have been different either way, you know what I mean? It could have been for the better or for the worse. We had a pretty good car considering, and it was a job in itself to get through the ruts, you know. So yeah, it was definitely a cool experience, and we're looking forward to doing it again. That's Jason's hometown, you know what I mean? That's where he's from. So everything we do up there is definitely it means a lot to him as well.
So obviously, it was also announced Jason Simmons. You were going to be returning with him in 2022, running the short track Super Series with him. Is there a plan to go to Florida? Is that been in the talk yet?
He's Jason. Most of his stuff is dirt stuff. He has a little bit of stuff for STSS stuff. Actually, most of Jason, he has dirt spec-headed 358 and dirt big blocks and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff we do together is all dirt related for the most part. We just kind of did the Utica Rome on Fridays. Just kind of made business sense for us. You know, his daughter raced slingshots, my son raced slingshots. It's halfway between the middle. We love Albany, Saratoga. You know what I mean? It's kind of where I'd like to personally be at times. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't logically and logistically. It just makes sense to go to Utica Rome and race there. You know, for me, it's 45 minutes that way or an hour that way. Not really much of a difference driving wise. You know, the crew guys, obviously, my crew chief works in Albany, so it kind of stinks for him that to drive to Utica versus going to Malta. But, you know, realistically, it's a cool deal for everybody involved. And, you know, just like I said, Jason's happy with it, we're happy with it, and just keep doing it.
So, All-Tech or Volosia, are you going to do both, or what's that plan?
We have both on our radar. We're just trying to see what makes sense. You know, we do snow removal in the winter time. So, right now, I can go for a whole month if I wanted to with the weather we're having right now, but who knows, that time if we're getting a bunch of weather, I won't be able to do both weeks, and we'll probably end up doing no other reason other than Jason's father lives near Volosia. We'll probably do Volosia. If we can do both, we'll do both, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those deals where it's a long ways to go and a long time to be away from home. And like with the business, he's in snow removal, I'm in snow removal, so it kind of makes it tough. You know, I want to bring Tanner with me, but unfortunately, if we're getting a bunch of snow, he's going to stay back to do the snow. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to see what makes sense for us, and we can get away for a week and rush down, rush back. We'll kind of probably just do Volusia if we have to do that. If we're having this kind of weather, we'll go on for both.
You ever been to Volusia? Ever ran there?
I've never ran there. I've been there weeks. My Tammy and I used to go every week. Or not every week. I'm sorry. Every year we'd go down for speed weeks and watch and kind of have like a little vacation during the day, and then nighttime we go to the races and got to watch Stu at the truck race, and it was a pretty cool deal.
That's the same as I do.
Yeah, no, it's a cool deal, you know. I've been a Stewie fan long before he became a NAS truck driver. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool to see him on the big stage and doing this thing.
So 2022. Now we'll get into that announcement. Because you just mentioned Stewie. Before he was with Helmar and before he was Truck Series, he had a car owner. I'm going to let you take the rest from here because I know we got the car right here behind us. So yeah. I'll let you discuss everything you guys tell us.
Yeah, so for 2022, we teamed up with Tad Parks to run Fonda, the full season at Fonda with Tad. And yeah, like you said, him and Stewie had a long relationship, and they're still good friends and stuff. You know, he obviously still sponsors Stewie's car and stuff, but we're gonna make an assault on Fonda and try to, you know, take our stab at it. You know, Tad and I have been friends for a very long time. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like a business deal. Him and I have been friends for back when he raced. You know, Stewie and him were racing. I got to know him, and he used to let me go pick through his tire pile when I was running Sportsman and stuff. So it's kind of a cool deal to be able to come out and you know, like I said, another friend getting involved with it. You know, because Jason and I are real good friends. Tad and I are friends. It just makes it feel pretty good about going into the season. Makes you feel comfortable going into the season with that. You know. Not the added pressure of you know, somebody you don't know driving for it. You know, it's kind of a cool deal. I'm excited about it. I think Tad is too. You know, Lane is. You know, which is cool. So, yeah, we're excited about it.
Tell me a little bit about the race car. What kind of chassis is this, and what is it?
Well, it's a Bicknell. We the problem is we you know, people assume that Tad and I were going to be partners, and we had talked about it a little bit. We never put anything into motion. It kind of happened really fast, and we found this car for sale on one of the classified sites, and I talked to Mike Romano, and he's like, "You can't get in the car till April." I'm like, "Ooh." So the fact of April's after the season started already, you know, so we went down, looked at this, and ended up picking this up from down in South Jersey. It was quite a haul, but it's a 2021 Bicknell, similar to what my black car was at Fonda with Jake last year. We're in the process of upgrading some parts and making some changes to fit what we think we need to have done, and go from there. But yeah, we're pretty excited about it. Things are in motion, so that's a cool deal.
So for the people that don't know, this is the Team 51 car. Ryan Godon ran this in the 2021 season. I think there was a couple other drivers that ran that car. If I think about it, it's a Team 51 car. If you can't tell right here, it says Team 51.
Yeah.
Matt Stengel ran it, Ryan Krachin. There's quite a few drivers that hopped in this race car, so this race car is definitely ready to go. And should be
Yeah,
good.
we met Danny, the Pizza Pizzazz gentleman. He's the one who I talked to and went down and met, and he's the owner, and really super nice guy. And it was definitely gave us a pretty good deal on it. And yeah, he had the story with Buck Walter, and then, you know, Ryan drove. This car doesn't have many races, about 6 races on it.
Wow.
If that, not even full races. You can see the powder coat's not even really chipped or faded or anything, you know. So yeah, it's in nice shape. So we're pretty excited about it, and we're looking to have it hopefully back ready to go before we leave for February. You know, have this ready to go for the most part before I leave for Florida. That way, when we get back in Florida, we can fix all that stuff and get all that stuff back in tune for the season start. Cause it happens so fast now with Brett. He's got races in February, and Cherokee, and March, and at Georgetown. You know, there's a lot of racing going on that never used to happen. So there's not a whole lot of a down season. I work the guys pretty hard all season long, so I usually give them off to January 1st. We met up last night at my other buddy's shop and met up and came up with a game plan to start getting this ready to rock and roll and have it done pretty soon.
So have you discussed the motor yet with Tad? Or you guys?
Yeah, we've been going back and forth. We're looking at I think Pro Power. Again, I've talked to a bunch of different ones. Called Billy the Kid, and he's overwhelmed with work and not really taking any new work on. Pro Power has been where I've been at with Jake, and I loved it. And Ted said, let's maybe stick with that, you know. So we're probably gonna do that. And you know, with Jason's deal, we use Pat Morrison, but he's also got a bunch of work up there. You know, everybody's kind of overwhelmed with work right now. So I got a real good program on both sides. I'm pretty excited for the season. And like I said, it's got a whole deal of great guys working together. You know, Jason's working with Tad, and gonna kind of work together on both teams, and so that's kind of a huge thing. You know what I mean? When guys don't work with each other, you know how it goes. It's not usually beneficial for anybody, not me or the car owners. And when these guys working with each other, it's gonna be great for everybody, I think.
Mm-hmm. So is it gonna be just Fonda, or are you guys gonna plan to travel with this race car a little bit?
Tat and I got just strictly Fonda. That's what we got in the works right now, and you know how it goes. Things can change as the tides roll, you know. But hopefully we have some success and maybe look at other options later on. But at this point right now, it's just Fonda only.
All right. Well, this is Rocky Warner's 2022 announcement. Rocky, I appreciate you letting me come over to your shop and make this announcement. I have an announcement I'll make as well coming up. You know about it, but I'll have it coming up in a couple days. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and or letting me stop by, I should say. And congratulations on your ride.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Cut this
That
out.
was you, Tina. That was your